Oh, sorry, you guys. You know, I wasn't paying attention.
Hey y'all, it's Sean and Casey, and we're on vacay mode. And today we're gonna talk to you guys about going to a resort versus going on a cruise. It's gonna be a real hot topic. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so to keep up with our latest travel, news, tips, and cruise. Let's get into the video. So, going on a cruise versus a resort. Now, I like them both, honestly, and for different reasons. You know, one thing I like about going on a cruise is that I get to go to multiple locations, because you get to go to different ports and what have you. So, I like that about, you know, going on a cruise versus, I guess you get to pick one location when you fly in and go to a resort.
Yeah.
And but what I do like about going on a cruise is and it's different. It is different ports that then I can pick if I want to go to a resort at one of those particular ports. And yeah, he's drinking because it's Texas, and guess what? It's like 100 degrees outside. It's hot. I'm telling y'all, it's real hot. Yep. So, another thing I like about going on a cruise is, of course, your room is included. You don't have to worry about no extra fees. Your food is included, and that's a big one when you go on vacation. So I really, really like that. And then two, I like to mingle. Hey, I like to meet a lot of people and get out there. And when I go on a cruise, I'm always meeting bunch of people, just having a good time. They want to have a good time. We want to have a good time. Why not? So I enjoy meeting a lot of people on a cruise ship.
Yeah, with the resorts, they're cool too. They have all-inclusive resorts. You know, many of them are in Cancun, Jamaica, Barbados. I mean, and many places around the world. Even in Las Vegas, they have some nice all-inclusive resorts. They have all your food located. You're in one spot. They have the party area and stuff like that, especially in Jamaica. Jamaica has a lot of all-inclusive as well as Mexico. You know, where, you know, some resorts have your liquor included. That's another bonus because... Oh, yeah, that is definitely a bonus. When you're on a cruise, you know what I'm saying, you got to pay for these, you know, these liquor packages and stuff like that. We'll put a little, you know, video up there about it. You know, but, you know, on a resort, it comes with it. You know, even with, like, if you were with the Sandals or whatever these, you know, Diamond Resort and different things like that, some of them come with it, you know, and that's one thing that's cool about it. You don't have to pay for it. It's included in your, you know, your room rate. But the thing with that is, you know, you got to fly into town. You got to get, you know, some may have shuttles, you know, to get you to the resort, and some you got to just find your way to get there. So that's a difference between being on a cruise than a resort. And resorts, they have dinner places and stuff like that. I experienced, you know, when I was in the Bahamas, we were in this place called Xanadu Resorts, and it was really, really nice, right off the beach and stuff like that. But, you know, they had some paid restaurants, they had some that were free, and some that may not have been open, or you had to make an appointment. So that's a difference too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do like about the cruises though, because you get a full itinerary with everything to do all day long. And at the resort, they did have like entertainment and so forth that you can like pick and choose from. And some of them you did have to pay for, and some of them, you know, came along with the resort. But it wasn't like a all day kind of thing. And for me, I love trivia. So that's what got me with the whole cruise thing. Like, they're always doing trivia, winning little trophies and what have you. I'm a trivia kind of girl. So I love trivia.
Yeah, in the resort, you know, they have some for kids and families and stuff like that, you know, that, you know, they're all inclusive as well. They're really nice, you know. And then they have those that are just for adults only, which is cool. Where on the boat, you know what I'm saying, they may have a Serenity, but you still with kids on the boat. You know what I'm saying? You might, you know, Serenity just, you know, closed off to one area where, you know, have on a resort, the entire resort is for adults and adults only, you know, because, I mean,
I don't know if you said it or not, but I do like the fact that at a resort that there's space for me in the pool, meaning that it's not super overly crowded. Right. Where, you know, we know most of these cruise lines, the pool, if you don't get in early or get into it when everyone's off the ship, it's kind of hard to just have, you know, a little pool space to yourself. Yeah, it's also too, it's on a cruise, it's hard to, you know, get you somewhere, a chair to sit down because there's so many people, you know, on a cruise. But on a resort, sometimes you might pick the wrong time too. Yeah. There might be an off season and there might be a peak season, you know, so that you might go in the off season and nobody's there, you know, and it's just you and your, you know, your spouse or whoever, you know, you with. And you might go spring break, and then everybody's there. Yeah, you might go spring break, but you know, back to the one, you know, the solo one. If you guys are you know, two together, you might want that quiet time with nobody there, stuff like that. It's just and a little bit of trickle of people. But then there's those that want to do, like she said, spring break, you know, or even what was it, Super Bowl, you know. Yeah. Because on the cruise, they have a Super Bowl too day as well. You know, there's Super Bowl cruise, you know, as far as on the resort. So it just depends, you know, because some people do the resorts, they have all-inclusive, then they may have a concert in town, you know, like the Jamaica Fest. Yeah. You know, I mean, man. I know a lot of people like the cruises because it's somewhere they can take their entire family, where some of the resorts are more geared to maybe 21 and older or 18 or older, and it's, you know, they have to figure out, okay, what they're going to do with their kids, what have you. But we're on a cruise, they know that they can take them there, and they have, you know, the babysitters on the cruise also, so they can, like, you know, leave them somewhere when they do want to have their adult time. So it's kind of whatever really works for you. Yeah, I haven't, since I've been on since we've been to resorts, I haven't seen, you know, where they have something specifically watching your kid, like a daycare. They may have, you know, if you guys know of any of that, leave a comment below. But the resorts that we've been to, you know, it's just, you know, they have a little fun time outside, family time. But when it's time for, you know, at nighttime, when it's time to party and put the kids to sleep, there's nobody to watch them. So, you know, we're on a cruise, it's a different story. They have like 24-hour, you know, child care at night and during the daytime. Even when you get off the boat, excuse me, they watch your kids. So, you know, that's another way. That's another reason, you know, the cruises are pretty cool. Yeah, and also, I mean, they both have their price point. You have some resorts that's real reasonable and all inclusive, come with everything, and you got some that's, you know, super expensive. Same with the cruise. You got some reasonable price cruises, and you have some that's high too. So I think it's just really whatever you like or whatever works for you. Some people don't really like going from place to place to place. They really just like stay at one place and enjoy that one place, you know, while they're there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it just depends on what you like. Yeah, and like, let me give you an example. This is a real good one. You know, when you go to Hawaii, you know what I'm saying, folks go over to the resort, you know, stay in the resort. But what is it? You're stuck there. You know what I'm saying? You might do the luau's there. You might see the town there. But you can't hop islands, you know, unless you have to pay. Where on a cruise, you know what I'm saying, you have 3 or 4 islands you can hop. So you can get off here for a little bit. You know, it's like an appetizer. You taste a little bit of this, taste a little bit of that. You know, you just go from island to island. And that is so much fun, especially for those that want to experience something all at one time instead of going to one island and then having to rebook another cruise another time. Because the thing is, sometimes, like vacation, we know, like you might get the 2 weeks out the entire year. So you might want to see more places than just the one place. So that's how I feel about it. I'm like, ooh, I finally get a break. I get to, hey, I've been here and I went there, and I got to see different places and experience different cultures and things of that nature. So I mean, I like it that I get to see, you know, different things, but I also like resorts too because sometimes I just want to relax, and resort just good for me when I just want to stay still and relax.
Right.
You know?
And that's good because when you with resorts, you know, some people just want a vacation to get away, so they don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Just in their room, sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to see nobody, closing the windows and doors, and just stay indoors, you know what I'm saying, and get room service. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it has both pros and cons to cruise, because, you know, some people don't want to be stuck on a boat worrying about, oh, is this going to crash or something going to happen, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that, you know, something weird, or why we got rocky waters and stuff like that. There's so many reasons, but you know, just saying, you would have to basically weigh out both of them if you would like, you know, say a cruise or you like a resort. They both have their pros to it. They both have their cons to it, but you have to see which one fits you and your situation.
Yeah, so these are our opinions about cruises versus resort. Please leave a comment below and let us know your opinion about it. And if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so you can keep up with our latest travel news, tips, and cruise.
See you guys later.
Let's go.